Hey folks, it's morning. Scruffy is watching the door. It's not yet lunchtime. Screen blinds are closed. The patio blinds are closed, so he's just staring at a completely closed door. He usually doesn't do it like this, so I think because he didn't eat last night, he's hoping I'm going to come out with food for early and or for lunch. So yeah, an update. So last night, if you recall, he didn't eat. I spent probably over an hour hoping he'd come to the bowl, and he didn't. So I went in. I think he went away, or I forgot if he went away first. I can't remember. But he basically, yeah, he went away and didn't get food. He did come back in 3 hours. But as I said, yeah, basically I wasn't going to try that again in 3 hours because I used up so much time at dinner time. I just didn't have the time to try to do it again, even though I know he usually comes back in 3 hours. So I left the blinds closed, left everything closed, turned off the lights, tried to give it the impression I wasn't going to come back. But out of curiosity, in 3 hours, I came in to the room, kept everything dark. I just opened the patio door blinds just slightly, just so I could look out. And I had a flashlight, so I didn't have to turn on all the lights. And I, shined the flashlight outside to see, if he was there. And yeah, he was right at the door. Well, not exactly right at the door, pretty close, a little bit closer. Yeah, closer than he is right now. So he was, I think, sitting on the gray mat. And so I guess, yeah, I was hoping I'd come out. But instead, I just turned off the flashlight, closed up the blinds, and went away. Like I said, I didn't have time to try to do it again. And I think closing the blinds is probably the most merciful thing I can do, just because it would hopefully give him the impression I wasn't going to come out, so he didn't need to keep waiting there, and he should go hunt or something like that. So anyway, yeah, he's just sitting there. So I'm guessing, yeah, he didn't eat well last night. Probably didn't get a good catch. It's cold again. Um, Might be a little warmer than a couple days ago though. So, um, but yeah, there's no sun right now. I don't know if the sun's going to come out today. So you might have just noticed my camera. I'm not sure. I can't see him. I don't think can see me, but you might be able to see my camera. So the window is blocking our direct line of sight. I'm holding the camera like way up. So anyway, I'm gonna probably. I'm not gonna go out now. It's not lunchtime yet. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to feed him for lunch, just because all our previous sessions and I think this week he hasn't been eating lunch. So I'm not terribly motivated to give him lunch, even though I kept his leftovers. So I was thinking for lunch today, my plan originally was going to be maybe I'll just scoop a little tiny amount of leftovers or maybe just dry kibble into a small bowl and put it in the kennel again, just to try to get him acclimated to the kennel. So I might do that at lunchtime, but I'm going to think about it, and it'll depend if he's still there at lunchtime. So anyway, yeah, I hope, yeah, for people who just tuning in, this might seem a little cruel, but he basically keeps refusing food every time I actually offer it to him. So he's, I don't understand fully his behavior, and his refusal of food has been his choice. So, he's made his own bed in some sense. And the goal of this has been to try to socialize him, you know, and he's basically been regressing and refusing the attempts to socialize him. So we're kind of at an impasse, and that's why I'm kind of playing hardball here. So, because either he socializes, and, falls in the line, and and then he's rewarded with the food, or he goes his own way voluntarily. He walks away, as he always does. It's always under his own power. So it's his choice. So I don't know if he sees me or not. Again, I'm still up line of sight. You may recognize the camera at this point. So anyway, I'm going to end here. My arm's getting tired of holding up the camera. So I guess we'll try again at lunch maybe. Bye. Hey folks, it's early lunchtime. He's still there. I actually have to deal with the furnace repair guy very soon, so that's why it's like on the very, very early side of lunch. I usually do this a little later. But yeah, the furnace repair people are supposed to be here soon, so I can't just sit out there waiting for Scruffy. So I think I'm just going to prepare a small dish to put in the kennel. And I think I'm going to put the gate back, or attach the gate to the kennel, just because he's probably hungry enough that he's probably not going to care. I'm just, again, trying to get him acclimated thing. I'm not going to use it, but actually, I'm thinking if I plan this out a little better, I could actually close the kennel gate with the food inside and give him the idea that the gate is there to keep him away from the food, not to trap him in. And so he'll have a completely opposite notion of why the gate's there and not make the connection. But anyway, I need to get everything moving, so I gotta stop filming. So maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't. Hey folks, okay, I'm back. So I have a little bit of this leftover fancy feast from last night, and I put it into the glass bowl, and then I put a little bit into the spoon, and I put in a little bit of meow mix in with it, and then I put some water in it to slow him down, because I'm going to try to hand feed him with that, but there's not much there because I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to put the gate on, and he's still sitting there waiting for me. So I'm going to have to use both hands to put the gate on and get the food in there, so I'm going to have to shut off the camera, and maybe when I try to spoon feed him, I'll resume. Hey folks, okay, so I just assembled the cage door here, and as I came out, Scruffy basically moved back, started grooming himself, and then as I actually walked out, he ran all the way back there, and he's been there ever since, and basically I've been assembling the door. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the kibble, or sorry, the wet cat food in there and lock it, and he'll have to understand that this is to keep him out. And then I'm going to give him the spoon in a few minutes. So I don't know if I can film this, but I'm going to show him the bowl here. See the bowl here? See? Ooh, good food here. So I'm going to put it in the kennel. So I'm reaching all the way back. So he's running back now, but I think he saw me put it in. And so now I'm going to close the door. And I don't like this locking mechanism. It's stuck. Oh, it goes the other way, that's why. So, that's actually going to be hard to fasten and close. So, kind of a cheap cage, but You know, what do you expect for the cheapest one you could find? Okay, so anyway, there's food back there. Probably smells good. But he can't get to it because there's this annoying door there that's going to keep him out. And that's what it's for. It's not to keep him in, it's to keep him out. So, as long as he thinks that, it's fine with me. So I'm going to sit in the chair now for a few minutes. If the doorbell rings, I gotta go. And then I think I gotta go in about, what time is it? 7 minutes. So either way, yeah, I gotta deal with the furnace guy. So if Scruffy doesn't eat, yep, there's food in there. You can't get to it. I'll unlock it later. Maybe after the furnace guy, or if he eats here. If he comes quickly and eats, then maybe I'll unlock it. If he paws at it. Whoops, that's the doorbell. So that's the furnace guy, so I gotta go. So, see ya. Bye. Hey folks, I'm back. So, looks like he's been staring in the cage hoping to get the food, but yeah, the gate's there. Wonder what that gate's for. So anyway, I'm back. The furnace thing did not go well, and I'll explain as we feed, or maybe tonight. So anyway, I'm going to come out with the cup and see if he wants to eat from the cup. Hey, Scruffy. So yeah, this is why I want to abandon the project. This is not going well. So yeah, I'll talk about the furnace, I guess. So the repair guy came. He was the same guy who helped me fix my air conditioning twice this summer. Basically, the unit is really old and it's on its last legs. Furnace was bought at the same time, so they were built, or they were installed with I think they were installed, I think in the mid 80s. So they're really old units, so they're due for replacement. Anyway, so he opened up the furnace and he showed me the box, and yeah, basically it looked like there was like a fire or something. The wires were melted and things are burned out, and you know, there's soot. So he's basically saying, yeah, I was lucky the whole house didn't burn down. And yeah, he can't fix it, or if he tried, it would be very expensive because he showed me all the different parts that were basically burned, and I believe him. I think, yeah, he's honest. So I need to basically get a new furnace and probably new air conditioning while I'm at it. And I don't know why he did that. Just doesn't like the word air conditioning. New air conditioning unit while I'm at it. So I don't know what's your problem, Scruffy. You're so skittish. So I assumed he was hungry because, you know, he's been sitting out here, but maybe he just wants the company. So maybe he likes tormenting me. Maybe that's the answer. Doesn't actually want to eat food. He's just like screwing with me, watching me miserable. Why isn't our socialization working? It's probably all part of his devious plan to break me. You know, so all the psyops that I've been showing him, which I kind of gave up on again. Yeah, he's actually been doing psyops on me this whole entire time. It's all part of his mastermind scheme to screw with me. So, I don't know. Don't know what to do. So anyway, yeah, with the furnace, he's gonna basically send me a quote and send me another quote for doing both the air conditioning and the furnace at the same time. I mentioned I might have to move because of the laws that basically outlawed the way I've been working. And so if I move to basically any other place in the world, different state, different country, whatever, I still can work. So it's just, my home state that has made it illegal for me to freelance, I guess I can say that. And so I need to, go to another state where it's still legal. And it's funny, it's only illegal for me to freelance or contract as a resident of this state, but if I move to any other state, any company still can hire me, even a company in this state. So it's only legal because I'm a resident of this state. It has nothing to do with the companies hiring them. It has nothing to do with anything else. Just me as a resident. And it's a totally evil bill, or law. And basically, I thought there was a good chance it would get repealed, but instead, what happened was all the powerful interests groups got lobbyists, and basically they paid off the politicians to give them exemptions. So they basically grant exceptions on a case-by-case basis. So a whole bunch of industries, powerfully connected industries, got their exemptions, and then a really well-known case got a referendum on the ballot, and so they got their exemption. But I'm just a small guy. I'm doing my own thing. And I'm in a kind of a niche industry, and so I don't have powerful lobbyists or interest groups backing me, and so I can't get an exemption. And so either I need to change careers basically, or leave the state. And so that's what I'm contemplating right now. So anyway, investing in a new air conditioning furnace, it's like, if I'm on the verge of moving, that sucks. I also know the water heaters like overdue for replacement, so I'm putting that off too. But that one, I don't know if I want to screw with much longer. It's when the water heater fails, that's not a good thing. You get potential flooding and water damage, and a huge mess. Yeah. Just want food. So I'm gonna go back inside. It's been a few minutes walking around the house. So at first, he stayed back where he was, and then as I did my patrol through the house, cleaning up some things, came back, and I was staring. I think he was staring into the camera. So I left the food cup at the door, hoping he might come and sniff it. But yeah, he hasn't approached. Maybe I need the green plate in the bowl. Yes, if it doesn't hurt me to get it, I'll be right back. Just an update. It's late lunchtime. I closed up shop pretty much after I stopped filming. He stuck around, I think, for a little bit, and then I left to do other things. So I'd say in our history, we've done lunch kind of late before. So I'd say we still have a half hour to an hour left of our lunch window. maybe even an hour and a half, depending on some days. But yeah, he gave up. So I think, yeah, he got frustrated and decided to go elsewhere, probably hunt or something. I don't know. Usually he sleeps at this time, so I don't know. But yeah, the sun's not out. I don't see him sunbathing anywhere. Um, I He might be on the edge of the deck, and I can't see him. But yeah, I don't know where he is. So anyway, the food is still in the carrier, locked away. It's cold, so I'm kind of tempted just to leave it there. I think it will keep long enough for dinner. So my plan was to feed him by hand and then open up the carrier so he'd get a reward of the other food when he's brave enough to go in the carrier. And I didn't need to be around to do that. At first I might stick around, but then I'd go away if he didn't eat. But the idea was just to get him acclimated to the carrier and me to a little extent, if possible. But since he didn't eat anything from me, I just kept the cage door closed. So maybe we'll try this again tonight. So anyway, that's it for now. So hopefully I'll see you guys at dinner. Thanks. Bye. Hey folks, it's mid-afternoon, just a late update. So I was here earlier, and yeah, he was gone, nowhere to be seen. It's been overcast most of the day, so I think he left. There's no place to sunbathe. The sun came out, I don't know, a half hour ago. He wasn't here earlier, but yeah, now he just appeared sunbathing in front of the door. I don't think I've seen him sunbathe there before. Anyway, it's midday. It's way past lunch, and we're not that far off from dinner at this point. So I'm not going to try to feed him or anything. But yeah, he might be hanging out just because he smells the food in the carriers, which is still there, locked in the cage. I don't know. Anyway, I was on the way out, so I'll be back later. Bye.